Hey guys, this is Kamigano, and today I'm doing a review for The Flash. And we actually haven't had a Flash episode in a little while because of the hiatus. It's been a couple of weeks. But here we get to see the introduction of a female speedster. Jessie Quick? No. It's a new female speedster who's kind of a villain, kind of has this weird psychological thing going on with her that she thinks she has two people in her brain. But we find out she's actually a friend of Caitlin Snow, and that she just wants to feel important, and that's why she steals the Velocity 9. And also a big theme in this episode is that Barry wants to go faster, and obviously this is a great villain to have Barry go up against because it's someone who's fast also, someone who has the Speed Force, and someone who's kind of connected to Zoom because Zoom is using the same formula that Trajectory was using, that our female speedster was using. So, of course, in the end of the episode, we have the team find out that Zoom is actually Jay Garrick, because once we have the female speedster using the Velocity 9 once again on her, she turns blue. I don't know if she died. It was pretty gruesome if she did. And then Barry kind of puts two and two together. Another big arc in this episode is two more arcs. The C arc just being Iris finding a love interest with her boss, and also trying to show that that the Flash is a hero, even though her boss is a little bit more of the glass half empty type of guy. But that was kind of a cute little thing, and we actually got to see more of Iris, so that was great. But yeah, bigger stories with Jessie. She gets injected by Velocity 9 and it does not go well for her, and it seems like she's okay, and she finds out that her father, and she knew this already, but she finds out that her father would do anything to save her, and she wants to put some distance away from her and her father, so she goes to Opal City, which is a reference to a city in DC Comics. And that's what's going on with the episode. We don't really know what's gonna happen with Jessie. So let's start out with the main villain. Did I like her? I actually thought she was a really good villain of the week. Usually with the villain of the weeks with Flash, I think they tend to rush them. Totally, pun intended, but they do. Like, I don't get to feel for them as much. But here, for the female speedster, we get her backstory. She's connected to Caitlin, and she was an interesting villain, and she was a good opponent for Barry at this time. And then finding out the whole ending with Jay Garrick, I think that would have been a little bit stronger if we didn't already know that Jay Garrick was Zoom. Because I remember I saw the preview for what the writers were saying, what was coming up for the episode, and they said, don't miss the last 5 minutes. I'm like, well, that wasn't too big, alright? They find out. Like, we kind of knew they're gonna find out eventually. And then there's this random Barry screen, which I don't know, was kind of weird on screen. And then, yeah, the Iris stuff I thought was interesting. Like I said, it was kind of a cool C story because I feel she's a character that's sidelined a lot. And I think this is an episode that did a good job at really utilizing all the characters, even if they had some small, screen time, they actually were utilized in some way. Like, there's some romance kind of sparking between Wally and Jessie. Again, Iris had her story. Caitlin was connected to the villain of the week. I guess the only person who didn't really have a huge story was Joe, but, I mean, he was utilized in the episode. And then going into Jessie, I'm really curious of where they're going to take her story. I hope that she returns. I mean, she's the character I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of her story in the show. I'm a big Jessie Quick fan, and I really do think that the Velocity 9 probably did work on her, and it might just be delayed. And I'm curious if that the female speedster from this week, who again seemed like she died, maybe Jessie will use that costume once we actually get to see her have the Speed Force. But I do think hopefully by the end of the season we'll see her have it, and because of these events in this episode. But again, I thought it was weird that she left. Not weird, because obviously it fit for the story, but I thought they were building her up more than, hey, gotta go for a little while and return. I don't know, it was just I didn't expect that ending. I thought the build-up was going to be something else for her in the end of the episode, like using the Speed Force. But yeah, overall I thought this was a solid episode. I do think the last 5 minutes kind of, I don't want to say went downhill, but I hyped them up a little bit more than it was. But still really excited to see where the season goes. Next season, or next episode, looks like it's going to be about the future, so that'll be interesting. And of course we got the Supergirl Flash crossover, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic You Know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.